Hey, hello everyone. My name is Rick Bennett, and I was asked by Junior Achievement of Oklahoma to record a video talking about my career. So first, I'll share my personal history, and then we'll get into the specifics of my career. I was born in 1964, which makes me 56 years old, which I know everybody's thinking, wow, he's old. But trust me, time goes by fast, and you will be in your 50s before you know it. I recently married my second wife, Angie, in June of this year. We had a small but just an amazing wedding at our home that was necessitated as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Started out with an invitation list of about 170 people, and it turned out to be about 48. But it was quaint and it was beautiful, and we loved it. Combined, we have 5 children. And we've got my oldest son, Adam, 34, Jordan, 26, Emily, 23, and then Angie's son, my stepson, Cayman, 28, and daughter, Elizabeth, 21. I'm very proud of all of them. My education started out a little rough, and I know that might be a shocking thing to hear from one of your Junior Achievement volunteers, but it did. I was an AB student until about 9th grade when our family moved from one town or subsequent school to another, and I didn't adjust well. Coupled with some pretty major attitude and discipline issues, I barely graduated high school. Technically, I was the second from the bottom of my high school class, which limited my options for college due to my grades and my family's financial situation. We just didn't have the money. I can remember standing in line at our career counselor's office, and everybody before me would go in and talk to the career counselor about, well, what college are you going to go to? What major do you want to pursue? And then I got up there and they just smiled and kind of put their head down. And said, well, Rick, you're really not college material, and maybe you should consider something else. And so I'll talk to you about this later in the session, but don't ever believe what people tell you or allow yourself to put into the box that they put you into. You are responsible for and have all the control over your life and your future. So my father had served in the Marine Corps, and so as such, we're a very patriotic family. We love America and everything that America entails. So I decided to join the Navy and see the world and save up some money and participate in what's called the GI Bill, which is a benefit that you can use to pay your way through college in case maybe someday I would want to go to college. So I got to travel the world. I got to have a lot of fun. Certainly I worked hard and served my country. But after 4 years growing up, gaining drive and discipline, I received an honorable discharge from the Navy, returned to my hometown in Iowa, and after a few miscellaneous jobs, finally enrolled at Southeastern Community College. I deliberately signed up for the hardest class they had in the business program called Quantitative Methods. It's like math on steroids, to see if I had what it took to succeed in college. Remember, I'd been told that I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't good enough, and I got an A in the class. So after about 2 years, just shy of that, I graduated with an associate's degree in business administration. So from there, I transferred to Western Illinois University. I went for 2 more years and achieved a bachelor's degree in business with a major in management information systems and a minor in computer science. Where I learned the most, in all honesty, was I worked at Radio Shack to pay my way through college, in addition to what I got from the Navy and the GI Bill. And back in the day, Radio Shack would have a computer center very similar to Best Buy, and I learned all about computers and I learned all about networking. So that, coupled to the degree really propelled me into my first job after graduation at the Principal Financial Group in Des Moines, Iowa, where I got a job on their advanced technology team within the IT group, or the information technology group. The most important skills that I learned while I was a principal were research, how to do research, how to do analysis, and how to write the reports of that analysis and research, and how to present those recommendations to large groups of people. After 4 years, I left the Principal Financial Group, where I took an opportunity as a director of IT at a smaller company, but that offered me a leadership opportunity to manage people and kind of accelerate that part of my career and development, and to round out my career set, because at a larger company, you're typically going to get kind of dovetailed into one thing, and I wanted to learn all things within information technology, which I did. So this was the first of several what I call turnaround type jobs over 5 years, where I would assume responsibilities in IT leadership at an organization where IT was not meeting their needs and of the business, and then I'd make drastic improvements to IT service levels before moving on to the next gig. So it was almost like consulting engagements. The most important skills learned in those jobs were leadership, how to lead people, how to sell ideas and concepts, how to manage change management when you're taking an organization from point A to point B, and then how to be a true consultant to the business. In 2002, I made more of a family decision than a career decision, and I took a job in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so that I could bring my whole family here. My sister had lived here for years. My parents wanted to retire here. I wanted my children to be raised around my sister, my brother, and my parents. So I took a really nice job at Blue Cross Blue Shield. It was a bit of a step down for my career, but it was a great family decision. And I worked there for 3 years. And this job was followed by the job that really made my career at TD Williamson. So thank you, and a shout out to Bob McGrew. I worked there as their Chief Information Officer, where I worked for 10 years and gained my real first international experience. This job was amazing, with a significant amount of travel, some extremely difficult IT implementations, but I learned a ton. The most important skills learned at TDW involved managing people of different cultures, along with the challenges associated with international operations and execution, which is very different than executing in the US only. In 2014, I got an amazing opportunity with Matrix Service Company, where I work now. So shout out and thank you to John Hewitt. And I got that opportunity to join their executive team and lead the IT organization as their CIO. My work at Matrix has been very challenging, but equally rewarding. I've learned so much about engineering and construction in the energy sector while going back to school at the same time and getting my master's of energy business degree from the University of Tulsa. Again, got a degree that I was told by a school counselor I couldn't get, and my GPA was very high, so did quite well. And I don't mean that as in a bragging way. I mean it to reaffirm what I've said to you earlier, which is never let somebody put you in a box. Don't ever let somebody tell you what you can't do. Show them what you can do. So Matrix has been a powerful experience, as I've learned to do even more in IT with less resources, meaning less money and less people than one could typically throw at it. And a lot of that is just due to the nature of construction, the limited overhead costs that we're allowed to have in that industry. So I've very much enjoyed my time at Matrix, and I'm thankful for that job. So that's my personal history and my career history. So I'm 56, assuming that I retire when I'm 65, what will the final, 9 or 10 years of my career hold for me? And the answer to that is, as long as I continue to be faced with challenging work, difficult problems to solve, and get to work with great people who inspire me and appreciate me, I'll retire happy and fulfilled. So what advice do I have for all of you? I jotted down a few notes here. Number one, I think I've impressed this on all of you, I hope. Don't ever listen to anyone tell you that you're not smart enough or good enough to do something, or that you aren't college material, or that you're not capable of learning a difficult trade like construction or welding. You choose your path, what your passion is, and you show them what you can do. Number two, pick your friends carefully. I've made some great decisions there. I've made some not so great decisions there. Choose people that align with your values or the values that you desire to demonstrate and who you want to be. Number three, your integrity, your education, your knowledge, and your faith are the only things that cannot be taken away from you in life. Think about that. It's kind of deep, it's kind of dark, but it's powerful. Your integrity, right? Telling the truth, always saying what you think, doing what you say. That is integrity. Your education, that's what you've learned. That's the experiences you've gained. Those things are in your head. Nobody can take those things away from you. And your faith, it cannot be taken away. Everything else in life, unfortunately, can be. You can lose a job. You can lose a family member, right? You can lose your money. You can lose your car. You can lose your house. You cannot lose integrity, education, and knowledge. So maintain a healthy work-life balance, right? Work hard, do your job, right? But also make sure you're taking care of your family and spending time with your family. When you leave a company, they'll forget you shortly after you leave, but your family will always remember you and they'll always love you. And along with that, exercise and be healthy. Take care of your body, maintain a healthy body, exercise frequently. That's great for your mind. It's great for your overall health. And then finally, when you commit to doing something, anything that you commit to, do your best. So that's my advice for you. That's a little bit of my career. Some of the things I've done right, some of the things I've done wrong. My intent is just to share that with you. So maybe it'll inspire a handful of you and help some of you enhance the decisions that you make in your life. So best wishes, best luck. I hope you all do well in your life and in your career. See you later.